This is it. I've challenged the Miss Fist Patriot to a debate. And she's tucked her tail and penis and gone running the other direction. If you're not familiar, Misfit Patriot, who is a person that named themselves Misfit Patriot. They said to themselves, you know what a good name would be? You know what my brand is? I don't really fit in, man. I'm like a Trump guy, but gay. What if I was I'm trans for Trump? And we all went, we've got one of those already. Her name's Lady MAGA, and she's looking spectacular. But this is an FTM Patriot, as we also affectionately refer to her as. Misfit Patriot. You can find her on Instagram. I think she's got a podcast on Rumble that I still have never listened to. You can find her on Grindr. Now, she, by the way, we don't like to use the wrong type of pronouns here. I'm not sure if it's a he or a she. I may switch between the two. Anyway, if you are unfamiliar, Misfit Patriot is a very pro, and they're being very criticized for this. They are extremely, almost suspiciously pro-Israel type person. And as you know, I myself am in fact a pro-Palestine person.
Me too.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. That's right. I've made my decision. I made my choice, okay? And now I'm part of the woke right. In fact, I am now the king of the woke right. I was crowned the king. This is not a joke. Yesterday on Twitter, I was crowned the king of the woke right. I didn't even know it was an option, but thank you so much, and I will be accepting my crown as soon as you mail it to the moon. So, Misfit Patriot hates the woke right. That hates Palestinian supporters. Me personally, here's my only thing. I'm against the blowing up of children's heads. Always was. Oh, it didn't take a long time to come to this conclusion for me. I said, you know what's bad? Exploding a child into pink mist. And a lot of people say, maybe not so fast. And Misfit Patriot is one of those people. So I've challenged Misfit to a debate. Now, here's the thing. Live tonight, the floor is open. Misfit Patriot can prove she's the man she claims she is and show up here and debate me. Israel, Palestine. We will have a serious political debate on the Israel-Palestine situation. I'm willing to use whatever terms Misfit Patriot's comfortable with, and also debate me on her own genitalia and which ones she was born with. Because in case you're not familiar, I also leaked yesterday on Twitter that Misfit Patriot was in fact born female, and I have the proof. Ah! Here is a high school photo. This is the year Misfit Patriot began her transition from female to male. And this is, as you can see, and if I'm wrong, by the way, if I'm wrong and this is not, I am improperly transvestigating a person here, then you cannot get me in trouble on YouTube for doing this, because if the claim is you're not trans, then everything I'm saying is just silly. But you have to come here and debate me. Now, I found this picture. Somebody sent this to me, and it turns out, I was looking through the logs. It turns out it was Misfit Patriot under an alt account. She sent this to me. She was like, here's my yearbook photos. I got all these pictures. And here she is. She's wearing makeup. She's got rouge on. I put it on all over my head and body, by the way. But she's got on a nice blush. She's got the classic Misfit Patriot jai liner. And, of course, the eyebrow. She and her compatriots here, CUM, have the exact same eyebrow manicuring going on. This is not an edited photo. I need people to understand this. The bleached hair, the makeup, everything. This is real. Okay, this is a real picture. And as you can see, she's also wearing a dress. So a lot of people were concerned about this. They said, wait a second. I thought Misfit Patriot was a bearded He-Man, Trump supporting, He-Man, woman-hating type guy like me. I sit in my truck and record videos of me vaping. I thought you were just like me. So now people are mad about this, and they're starting to join the ranks of the woke right. And Misfit Patriot's not happy about this. Misfit Patriot blocked me as the result of all of this. And in fact, says right here, this is what rent-free looks like, in case anyone was wondering. And it's just, they've been going through all of my tweets. By the way, this is what rent-free looks like, but I'm rubber, you're glue back on you. What do you mean? You're looking at all my tweets. This is what rent-free looks like. As many people noted in the replies, yeah, this is what rent-free looks like. So now I'm incensed. And now I believe if Misfit Patriot refuses my call to show up and debate me over the very serious topic of Israel-Palestine, then I'm left but no choice. Fight me. Fight me in a gravel pit of my choosing. It's on, brother. You want to be the man you claim to be? Then I'll see you in the pit. But we do have to establish some ground rules first. And I don't just mean ground rules because it's in a gravel pit. Okay? Ground rules. Number 1, it must be filmed. Everyone gets to see who won the fight, fair and square, no edits, no cuts. The last time you had a gravel pit fight, again, what was that guy's name? Bryson something? There was the black guy he fought. Bryson Gray, who, by the way, is black. What kind of name is that? So, last time you had a fight, you'll be fighting Jesse White, by the way, Jesse Pink Man. So, it was filmed, but it was nighttime. It was dark. It was hard to see. And then both of them claimed to win the fight. There's not going to be any. We're going to have a multi-camera setup shoot. There's going to be lighting out there. It will be at night, and it will be in a gravel pit. But we will have every possible angle of the fight, and a round of judges will, of course, be determining. Now, okay, by the way, ground rule number 2, and this is important. We both have to wear thongs.
Very nice.
Not the kind you grew up wearing, Misfit Patriot. I mean, in the Australian sense, flip-flops. We're going to be slipping and sliding around on that gravel. We're going to be going crazy with that gravel. It's going to be like Scooby-Doo revving up to run. You would think I would have that programmed into the fucking sound machine, but no. Somehow, I'm missing it. Sonic the Hedgehog going in place, our legs twirling in circles. That will be the fight, which leads me to ground rule number 3, and I think probably the most important ground rule of them all. You are not allowed to hit me in the nuts, okay? If you grab at, if you go for your kid, no accidental, oop, the gravel made my leg go up. If you hit me in the nuts, it's an immediate disqualification. If I see you, by the way, go for my penis, I'm going to assume you're trying to rip it off of my body and put it onto your own body to use it as your own. That is purely, I'm allowed lethal force in a situation. Like, you're not allowed to take a guy's junk and Frankenstein it onto your own body in order to win a gravel pit fight. So these are the ground rules as established. Your choice is now, Misfit Patriot. If you don't want the woke right up your, I was going to say ass, but we actually have more than one option when it comes to Misfit Patriot. Listen, if you don't want the fist of the woke right going deep, deep inside you for the rest of eternity, you can either debate me here on PODAWFUL. I've seen people, by the way, suggest that we do it on a third party, on the Kill Stream, Ethan Ralph host. I'd be willing to do that as well. Debate me or fight me in the gravel pit of my choosing. Now, we've got, by the way, follow-ups to our Monday episode with Nick Rekieta. People are now claiming that the footage that I showed was AI, which is so stupid. Rekieta has responded. It's actually more embarrassing than it ever was before. We've got more to leak, and I will be leaking, by the way, things about You think all I've got is yearbook photos? Just wait. We will be making more drops on Misfit Patriot until the debate or the fight happens. Mark my words. You are not escaping the wrath of PodAwful. PodAwful is watching. We've got more to leak here on the show. Tonight, a lot of people have been wondering, where does the money come from? Why is he so interested in Israel? I have personally discovered, and will reveal on the program tonight, his top Jewish donor.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just wait until you see this. Also, I've gotten into a scuffle with Elijah Schaffer. Remember, Elijah Schaffer hosted Misfit Patriot on our last episode that we talked about her. These guys are both behind the closet door together. And again, there's a giant, beautiful window on the door. You can see them in there making out. More on Elijah Schaffer as well. All of that tonight on the program. This is PodAwful.
So I learned a new word last night.
Whoa. Wow.
So I learned a new word last night. My haters have been calling me a lol cow, right? And so there was an open panel last night and people were like, you're a lol cow.
Welcome to the program, everybody. I'm your host, Jesse P.S. This is PodAwful, and with me, of course, are the henchmen as well. Say hi, henchmen.
Hello.
Happy to be here. We're live over at PodAwful.tv. We've got the live stream going on there, and we will be switching over to Pizza Fund only in just a little bit. This is a primo episode, of course, as all our Thursday episodes are. Join that Pizza Fund, PodAwful.pizza. Let's see what they're saying in that chat. There's the beautiful chat room. By the way, our beautiful goo as well. Jump scare, they say. Yeah, that was a little bit of a mistimed Misfit Patriot intro there. Whoopsie doodle. So zesty. Love the new intro here, Jesse H to BH. Thank you so much, everybody. All right, welcome. We got a lot to cover here. I am sweating. Okay. I'm just gonna warn you now. This is gonna be a sweaty one. Mostly because I'm pumped. I want Misfit Patriot on the show. I want the debate to happen. You're not gonna believe how all of this went down. We'll get back to that in just a second here. Let's go over to this, though. Just to start things off, a follow-up to Monday's episode. Of course, I revealed screenshots of the Rekieta body cam. This has been a long talked about, sort of a holy grail of goondom. The Rekieta body cam. Everybody's been waiting for this. I showed a little bit. Rekieta goes live on the BYB podcast at the end of...
Ooh.
Exactly. Towards the end of the episode, he goes live on the BYB podcast. We tried to get on there. It was a disaster, by the way. BYB has on the biggest guest of their life. They blow it. They didn't get any extra views out of it. Nothing. Turns out there's a reason BYB wouldn't let me or Keanu on the show. This is real. This is from Quadfather, the host of BYB. He got a message from Rekieta Law before the show. They confirmed the start time. He gave him the StreamYard link. And then Nick said, if Jesse or Keanu show up, I'm out.
Oh, God. How embarrassing.
Real. This is a level of pathetic that I didn't think even Rekieta was capable of, which, by the way, means something. Here's the deal. All the people who were like, I don't know, I think Jesse's faking the screenshots, I think the video was fake, all of that. Number one, why is he now threatening to sue over this? And number two, what do I have that could be so threatening to him? Let's say I did show up on the show. If all I've got is fake nothing garbage, then what's he so scared of? Keanu, I get, right? You guys understand, like, Keanu makes sense, right? Because she already embarrassed him. She trolloped him. Is that a word? That's not the right word, but it's not wrong either. It's not wrong. If you really, it's a word, and sometimes words say other things, you know? She trounced him. I I understand the Keanu one. He doesn't want to get embarrassed twice by the same airhead. But, you know, I'm something of an airhead myself, Peter. And I show up, it's like you should easily be able to debunk or, you know, call shenanigans or just make fun of me. You know, wish me $1 million. Now he wants to sue for $1 million over the footage. This is real. He said it on BY. You guys remember that, right? He said that on BYB.
Mm-hmm.
He said it on his own stream after the fact. Did anybody here watch any of the Rekieta stream?
No.
I saw a clip. I wouldn't watch it ever.
Do you remember what he said on that? Because I can't remember now what he was saying on
He
there,
might.
but-
He says he might be gearing up to sue the county or something like that. I think.
for leaking the footage. And then he said, "Oh, what was the other thing?" He said there are only 2 people that have seen it. So that implying he can trace it back to whoever it would have been that gave it to me. So that's what I mean. What else? How else are you supposed to take that? That's what that means. Absolute pathetic. I mean, Nick Rekieta, lolcow of the year, maybe. I don't know. It's like neck and neck right now, Rekieta and Miss Fist Patriot for lolcow of the, like, Miss Fist Patriot is speed running it, man. She's getting in there. She's getting in under the wire and going deep. Nick Rekieta has put in the hours. He's put in the work. He's you know, we've got an up and comer who's hungry for it, and we've got an old pro who has done everything to get to this moment, and it's neck and neck, buddy. The goon offerings are getting so amazing. Sue everybody. Someone says in the chat room, how can anyone watch Rekieta's show? Yeah, I don't know either. Best journalist of our time. They're talking about me, the king of the woke right.
Very nice. Based.
Thank you. And red-pilled in a lot of ways, actually. So this is, by the way, you know, I thought Miss Fist Patriot was just going to be somebody that we sort of goofed on here and there, randomly. A what?
A one-off, you know, you just cover a guy.
No, definitely not a one-off. No, I love making fun of Miss Fist Patriot. I was hoping that this would become a big, big deal. It has. In fact, the day after we made fun of him for the first time, it blew up on Twitter. Making fun of Miss Fist Patriot was like the biggest thing the next day. Alex Rosen from the Pedo Factory. What's it called? That can't be right. He catches paranormal guys and he turns them into goo or something.
I'm about to bust.
He busts them. I don't know what it's called. I fight for kids, I think, maybe. It just came to me. I fight for kids. He goes to what he does is he finds a pedophile and he goes to their house and he makes them think that they're going to have sex with a child. And he brings a child for them, is the craziest part sometimes. And then they're always doing something like the silliest thing you've ever seen. The most recent one, he had a guy
watching the Kino Casino.
They're watching the Kino Casino. That really did holy shit, I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, basically what he does is he busts fans of the Kino Casino. Whoa, buddy! Looks like our supply is drying up, Andy. So, supply of what? What are you implying, Jesse? Nothing. Not implying anything. Anyway, that really happened. He had a guy dookie in a diaper on one of the most recent ones. Funny. Anyway, the next day, he was on there making fun of Miss Fist Patriot. I mean, this thing had millions of views on it. Whatever he said, I don't even remember now. I thought this was going to be like, a guy we just throw into the mix. We sprinkle on a little Misfit Patriot into another guy's episode. Now, here's the deal. Before we get any further into it, PODAWFUL.com/cult is the link to our Discord. Okay. If you want to go to our Discord, now you can call in if you've got anything to add or something you think I might have missed about Misfit Patriot. Feel free to call in. Let me know. We love taking tips. It's our hotline, okay? It's our tips and tricks, Nintendo Power style hotline. You can call in live to the show. Join the call-in channel on our Discord. It's very easy. But the other thing we can do right now, everybody, if you can hear my voice, everybody go to Twitter and start tagging at Misfit Patriot _. I believe that's it. I'm blocked. I can't do this myself. I need the henchman's help. Go there and start saying, Jesse, it's getting real bad. Okay? He's gonna find you. He's challenging you to gravel pit fights. He's got pictures of you in high heels and tights and fishnets. It's looking really, really bad. Just call in and debate him on Israel, man. Tell him, show him the truth about how good Israel is. He's about to reveal your top Jewish donor. Everything you can. Go tweet that now. You see other people doing it. Retweet theirs. We do want to get him in here. Again, PODAWFUL.com/cult is the link to the Discord.
Is this a cult if I ever heard one? Yes, it is. It's a cult. I mean, it's the cult of cult.
Somebody in chat says about Alex Rosen, he caught Mike David. Whoa! They finally got me for marrying Jules. I shared her pics. Okay, so because the guy pooped his diaper is what they meant. Anyway, this is how this all got started. Like I said, I thought this would be like a little silly one-time, two-time thing. I saw a video the other day just out in the wild. People weren't even making it. This is actually a positive thing for Misfit Patriot. It was kind of crazy. I thought Misfit Patriot kind of turned a new leaf. Maybe the lol cow thing, it was leaving him behind. People were saying, this guy's doing something good for once. This guy, and I had, you know what? I had to give it up to him. I had to give him props. I said, shout out to at Misfit Patriot for doing the right thing. And then the little fire emojis there. I couldn't believe this video. It was incredible. Check this out. This is Misfit Patriot, and this is the real type of, and this is why I'm willing to debate him, is this is the type of guy he really is. Dry hatching.
I was misgendered yesterday. Little girl.
What did you say, Dirk?
There's a Charmander on
Yeah, he's wearing he's into Pokemon, but look, this is one of his classic car videos.
I was misgendered yesterday. A little girl at the mall, she was maybe 5 years old, sitting in a wagon, kept staring at me. So I made eye contact, and she said, "Are you a girl or a boy?" Her mom started to go, "Oh my God, we accept everyone. That's so rude. You can't say that." And I laughed, and I bent down on her level, and I said, "That's okay. It's confusing sometimes."
Not for most people, by the way, but sure, Misfit Patriot, this has been her life for so many years. This is wonderful. You know, when you see a guy like Misfit Patriot bend down to a child's level, you start calling Alex Rosen and seeing if maybe he can show up.
I'm a girl. I just really like boys' clothes. They're pretty comfy. She got all excited.
By the way, this is, of course, he didn't have spirit gum this morning, so he hadn't applied his beard yet.
And she said, "I'm a girl too." And I gave her a high five. I said, "Isn't it so great being a girl? I love being a girl." She said, "Yeah, that's my brother. He's a brother because he's a boy." So I said, "You're right. Brothers are boys and sisters are girls. There's only boys and girls. If you're born a girl, you're a girl. I was born a girl." I can almost see.
And see, these are controversial opinions unless you're in the woke right. And so it's nice to hear him finally say something we can agree with.
The release of air coming from her mother's body. And
was she queef? What the fuck does that mean?
Just the ultimate.
Yuck, imagine that. And she's already bent down to that level too. Poof, right in the face. Ugh.
Sigh of relief that I wasn't going to be indoctrinating her child or
somebody sit on a whoopee cushion
teaching her child something that maybe she didn't want her to know.
A real Bronx cheer.
I continued to talk to the little girl about her brother and her very cute dog, who was also a girl. I said, "I hope you have a great day," and I went about my business. That is how you address gender to children. You don't. That is how you empower little girls and let them know that it's okay to be a girl who dresses however you want without having to change your gender. That is how you avoid confusing children, especially children that aren't your own, and projecting your bullshit on them because you might be offended that they use the wrong pronoun.
See, hey, shout out, man. Misfit Patriot. Wow. You really turned over a whole new leaf. I thought, oh, things are going the right direction for Misfit Patriot, finally. She's finally woken up, seen the error of her ways. I will no longer have to fight her as I had originally planned.
How about I punch you right in your goopy vagina?
So anyway, that's what I had been thinking I was going to have to do with Misfit Patriot. And then I saw that video. I changed my mind entirely. But then something interesting happened. Yesterday, where should I start here with this? There's so much going on. So, you know, a lot of people, I'll put it like this. A lot of people, of course, criticize Misfit Patriot for their love of Jewish people. It seems almost strange. It seems almost fetishistic. Their protection of Israel, their love of Jewish people. Misfit Patriot claims to be Catholic, not Jewish at all, not ethnically Jewish, nothing. Of course, his real name is Zach, like Bonifilio or something. So that sounds like, oh, yo, I'm fully yoked over. You know, we got Jared here. He pretends he's Italian all the time. Turns out he's you're an Irish guy. Just But you might be Jewish. Are you Jewish secretly too? Are you doing one of those Arthur Fonzarelli, Andrew Dice Clay?
I mean, anyone born in New York technically is Jewish.
Dave Portnoy, send them back to Auschwitz style. How many Jews gotta die? How many Jews gotta die? You see that? There's a crazy clip today of Dave Portnoy. He's about to... Listen, Dave Portnoy, he has been amassing a collection of pizza places so that one day he can fire up the ovens against the anti-Semites. It's going to get bad. We have to stop the Holocaust in Palestine. Anyway, so Misfit Patriot, everybody thinks is Jewish secretly or something. I don't know why that's bad, but I guess it's bad. And here's a tweet they said, LMAO, this fucking clown just basically did the... Man, they talk like a fucking lady. Jesus Christ. Just did the Groiper. How much do the Jews pay you for anyone that doesn't agree with him? So that was the move. He's saying that Groipers are always saying to him, how much do the Jews pay you? Well, I found the answer to that. I said, you can actually see how much the Jews paid him. And if you go here to his GoFundMe for his dying mom, who, again, just like Alex Stein, he put his dying mom on display for all to see as if it was Ripley's Believe It or Not. Like, you ever seen a corpse? Hey, kids, everybody go grab a stick. Head on over to YouTube if you want to poke a dead body. So he had this GoFundMe, Fight for Kathy. My mom was recently diagnosed with a brain tumor. Obviously, this is terrible. We're not making fun of his dead mom, who there are conspiracies out there that they are the same person, that this is a trans into another trans, and this is a bad Photoshop. And actually, I can tell from the pixels right here as a graphic designer that is true. But we feel bad for his mom, but I thought this was strange. At the bottom of this, out of nowhere, it just says... And her mother's name is Evelyn Kelly, for anyone of the Jewish faith who wants to say a prayer for her health and well-being. I'm like, that's an odd thing to say as a Catholic guy, right? This is real, by the way. You can go check this yourself. And then I went to the recent donations, and this one says, Tom Carney for $30. This is all I can give, and I hope it helps. I wish you the very best, and know that G to the D is with you. Shalom. Aleika Aki. I don't know what any of that means, but I do know Jewish people do that G to the D. They're like rappers or something with that. Shalom. Aleika Aki. That's Aaliyah's sister, who also died in a slightly more Jewish plane crash at some point. Shalom to you, of course. Then Liberty Copulas for $18 says, may you all be blessed. Then an anonymous giver for $18 says, Refuah Shlema. Now, again, I don't speak Hebrew or Yiddish or any of that, but I know it when I see it. You know, Yiddish, Hebrew, it's kind of like pornography. You just know it when you see it. I don't know what this means. I don't know, but all right. Anyway, let's schlep on to the next one. Sarah Blackman, oh, thank God, this one's a brother, for $25 says, thank you for advocating for my home country of Israel and the Jewish people. Your mom raised you right, and I wish her a full recovery, they say. So I guess he knows where to fucking grease these wheels. Of course, it didn't work. You know, all the $25 in the world, his mom's dead. I guess they didn't turn her into a golem or whatever it is they do. I'm not sure how Judaism works, I'll be honest with you. But this is
she got donated to science.
She probably got donated to science, which is good, and make sure that you allow that to happen to your body. I hope you guys are organ donors, because it'll be really funny when your skin ends up between Misfit Patriot's legs. So, Sarah Blackman, thank God. Obviously, Sarah Blackman is, a black Hebrew Israelite, the home country of Israel, but we salute you. And then anonymous giver, $54, which, by the way, I don't need to read the comment to know that's a Jewish person. They were like, 55 is a little much. I only need to give 54 for charity for tax purposes this year. Okay, I'm good. They said, thank you for standing up for Israel and Jewish people. These are real, by the way. Also, thank you for calling out the stupid Jew haters on both sides. You're the best, and I wish your mother a full refuah shlema. Which so do I, by the way. We all wish that.
Too late.
Oh, yeah. So all of that is 100% real. Again, you can Google that for yourself. This is what people are saying about Misfit Patriot, is like there's some weird Jewish conspiracy going on. As I said, I've found the direct source for all that cashola. Okay, every tweet, and this is why I want to do this debate. I hope you guys are out there telling everybody, Misfit Patriot, you better come on, you better debate him because he's about to reveal something big. I want to hear it from his fucking mouth. I want to hear it from his fake beard telling me directly why it is that this particular person is giving so much money to him and how there's it has no weight on their opinion on the Israel-Palestine conflict. I gotta hear this. And then it gets even more embarrassing. This is where things really started to fuck up for him. Yesterday, Piers Morgan. You guys know Piers Morgan?
Oh, yes.
Okay, Misfit Patriot says, I guess Piers Morgan is getting in a bunch of trouble for being sort of anti-Israel all of a sudden out of nowhere. And Misfit Patriot was tweeting the shit out saying, that's what happens when you know you're wrong. Couldn't give a fuck if @Piers Morgan blocks me or never invites me back on his show. I guess he was on the show. And then Piers Morgan says, who are you to Misfit Patriot? Right? And then Misfit Patriot goes, hi, Piers, I was on your show 2 months ago. And then has to circle himself next to Piers Morgan in order, and also in the thumbnail, in order to remind him. Piers Morgan doesn't remember that he just talked to this guy. That's how little of a fucking impression you made.
Oh, God.
It gets bad. It gets really bad. I mean, Misfit Patriot is being trounced all over. I'm laughing at it. Classic. And then,
Jesse, apparently he's about to go live on a show in like 6 minutes.
What is the show? Where do we go?
Here, I will share. It is Avi Yemi. Some fucking.
Oh, that's the Jewish. That's a Jewish guy, right? Ami Yemi.
Oh, great job, Dirk.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the side chat right here.
All right. I'll take a look at that in just a second here. So I said, Pierce, bring me on and I can explain exactly who this lady is. And then, and I did like my own tweet there, but why not? But yeah, as you can see, 77 other people also liked it. And this created a firestorm. All of a sudden, a bunch of people, I'm not kidding, this was all over Twitter. A bunch of people are saying, Pierce, you have to bring on PODAWFUL. He knows all the dirt. He's got everything on Misfit Patriot. You got to find it. It turns out Misfit Patriot's a woman. You're not going to believe this. Piers Morgan responds to all of this. He's got such a funny reply to Misfit. Again, this is the most groveling, embarrassing tweet ever. A guy having to be like, remember me? Hey, remember me? I was at the party too. I was there. Remember me? So crazy, so funny. We're going to go over that in just a bit. Let me check in on this live stream here. What's going on here? We're 4 minutes away. All right, let's take a look at this. So we've got, it's Avi Yamini. I think I've heard of this guy before. This is an emergency. Guys, buckle in. This is an emergency. World War III, Elon versus Trump. Ew. Oh, God, is he also having
I know.
What is this? Chungus? What's his name? Chabungo.
Is that Ian Miles Chong?
Isles me and Chongo, something like that. Yeah, he's one of the Easter Island heads come to life. He's that guy, which I see exactly what's going on here. So you guys know today Elon and Trump had a big falling out. Elon's now saying that Trump is a pedophile. He's part of Epstein. He's one of the Epstein guys. Meanwhile, so is Elon. But you know, Misfit's got a tattoo of Trump all down her thigh. Legitimately, by the way. Got the female thigh tattoo. Crazy. What's his name? Chongo. He is, we've talked about this before. He's one of these Twitter guys who does an impression of Elon Musk. There's this thing that happened, and I even said it back then. I said, guys now do, when I say impression, they're talking 24/7 as Elon Musk. They think it makes them sound smart or that it'll make them a billionaire. Guys on the right do this with Trump too. You'll hear it. Every rightoid, grifter sort of dude, they're all doing Trump just a little bit. Just a little. You'll just hear the frankly in there every once in a while. And you'll be like, what the shit? And then the Musk guys, I had a whole bit about this. It was on the old channel. Who's the other guy? It's another Asian guy, actually. Andy Nigo or something like that. I don't know. I've only seen it written, guys. It's not my fault. It's NGO. He maybe works for an NGO. I'm not exactly sure. Andy Nigo. Andy Nigo. Frankly, Andy Nigo. Right, folks? Right? Andy Nigo. He does this like Elon. He talks like Elon. Chungo talks like Elon. That fucking Adrian Dittman guy. Remember that? Everybody thought it literally was Elon. He's doing this dead on.
Oh, yeah.
It's psychopath shit. Can't even get into it. So here's the crazy thing this dude is doing. He's having them debate. So the guy with Trump on his leg is debating the guy that pretends to be Elon and pretends to be friends with Elon, I guess. I guess that's what's happening here. This is an emergency. It's an emergency live stream. I guess we'll check that out then. We'll see what happens. We got to get in there. But we do have to go live into the pizza fund here, folks. Very soon, PODAWFUL.pizza.
Support the show. Join the Pizza Fund. PODAWFUL.pizza.
Pizza.
PODAWFUL.pizza.
Guys, I'm just thankful that Andy Nigo's name doesn't include a hard R. Okay, I don't know how to say it. Everybody in the chat's like, yeah, that's probably right. Yep, you're saying it. That's how we say it. No. But we are going to the Pizza Fund. You got to support that Pizza Fund, guys. We got hit real bad. We lost Vimeo. We lost our video host. All the videos went down. So we're looking for your support. Our Thursday episodes are always primo only. You join the Pizza Fund, get immediate access to the full episode. We'll still be live over there. PODAWFUL.pizza, PODAWFUL.tv, $12 level and up. And also our most recent bonus content is up there. I think we're going to have a solution, a final Vimeo solution here soon when it comes to our hosting. We're still working out the kinks of the live streaming here, so bear with me. But we will have something soon, and we will get up all the old content, all the archives again very soon. PODAWFUL.pizza. They're supposed to be live. This thing should have gone live. Who the fuck starts a live stream late like this? It's already been 2 minutes.
Ridiculous.
There's only 21 people waiting. This guy has I'm not kidding. This guy has 11,000 subscribers. Okay, convenient. Don't think about him and Misfit and that number any harder than you have to. 11,000 subscribers, 20 people are waiting, and me. So we'll see what happens. I guess we're going to have to go into the pizza fund for this. I'd rather stick around here and get everybody to go fuck with them, but I guess you're just going to have to join the pizza fund in order. Maybe we'll make their... I wonder if he's going to have a chat. Oh, I bet he's too pussy to have a chat. Oh, no, there is a chat. Should we make his chat our chat for the live show?
Yes.
Look at that. That's maybe perfect.
That's our chat.
That's our chat now. Let's get in there. Oh, people are already in there. They're saying Gravel Pit Troon, too scared to debate Jesse P.S. PODAWFUL Live, waiting for Misfit Patriot to call in and confront the allegations. Ian Maddox Hawkins says, I'm gay. Trump seems to be getting a kick out of this. Oh, that's a real comment. Who fucking cares? Call in the PODAWFUL, Miss Fist Patriot. There's a lot of people. So everybody in the chat, except for one guy right now, is just our people, which is very funny. All right. Well, while we wait for that, we'll figure that out. We will go over again everything that happened with the Piers Morgan shit. And then, of course, Miss Fist Patriot's meltdown over me and over my revelation that they transed in high school. You'll see the pictures. You'll see the full reaction. And my confrontation with Elijah Schaffer, all in the pizza fund. Join it. PODAWFUL.pizza. We'll see you over there in just a bit.
Sorry, nigga.
I'm Tom Gully, and you're watching Is This Live, the show.
This content right here
On the PODAWFUL TV network.
Is pizza funds only.
PODAWFUL.pizza.
This shit is beefer. You're listening to Howdy Do with J. Crew.
PODAWFUL.pizza.
We got shooters in these streets.
Nigga.
Okay, I got to figure out how to get rid of these stupid pay cells and then also get the, okay, I think